Hey, so I wanted to post this video because I've been posting a lot of videos of my artwork and a lot of AI stuff. And one of the best investments that I have recently made uh, with uh, in regards to, I guess I should say, pushing my artwork forward, believe it or not, would actually be these Meta Ray-Ban glasses. I have had them for a good while now, and I use them daily for all kinds of things, um, going on walks, getting information, asking, you know, what is that practically, or your information on just things that I see in the world. And the live AI feature is really cool. I used it when I was in the store shopping. It was pretty cool. So, but the main reason that I use these glasses is for my artwork. They have really increased my productivity because it allows me to sometimes sometimes get past the mental block that I would have when I would sit down with my iPad to start, illustrating. Um, I get to a point in the drawing and then I would feel kind of like I'm not really sure about this. But I always have to kind of just have that tug of war going on just in my head. But with the glasses and combining it with something like Chat GPT or Meta AI, uh, it works really well for being able to kind of bounce ideas off of and actually get uh, surprisingly really good feedback on maybe things different to try, or feeling, or to get maybe a little bit more push to just kind of keep figuring it out or whatever. Some of this might not sound uh, some of it might sound strange, but it's something that you have to actually try and actually really give it a shot. um, it's a really cool process, and I've really been thinking about filming myself creating while I'm using and like an AI assistant to add, like, as I create. And I'm still not sure if I want to post that yet, but I probably will, more than likely. But being an artist and the way the world is changing with this AI stuff, like I see arguments on both sides, and there's valid things on both sides for sure. But I mean, I'm well into my 30s and I've been drawing all my life. And the conclusion that I've come to is I will never not use a piece of new technology if I can find a way to actually use it as a benefit for my creative journey, right? So, good example, there are there was a time when I kind of was first getting into doing digital, and I remember, like there were like the Android tablets and there's like iPads and all this stuff. And I remember uh, I was always telling people, I was just saying, this is the future of drawing for sure. And I would get some like looks from people, just kind of like, um, because there's like at the time, you guys probably remember, they were like the big Cintiq tablets, which they still exist and they're still awesome. But that was kind of like the top standard of what could be done for like digital creation. You have to have this giant big space, right? To just have this huge screen and draw and all this stuff. And sometimes owning something like that kind of contributed to people viewing you more of a professional, which was kind of stupid, but that's just how it kind of how it was. Uh, but I really feel like people were so against that. You know, they're like, it's not real art because you're using the computer to draw. Like, it's not an actual, like, lead hitting paper or paints, pastels, charcoals, all that stuff, right? It's digital. So I guess the thing is I'm seeing that now with the way the industry is starting to curve going towards artificial intelligence, um, in regards to people using it with their artwork. Uh, it's the same thing, and I am finding ways to use it with my art, not to replace my art, but a companion tool to help me continue to push as an artist. You know, because I've been doing this for so long, it's hard to believe I've actually been creating artwork all these years. But I'm seeing it as a benefit. There are always negatives of things that you don't want to use it for, or you don't want to become completely reliant on it for certain things. But I do see the curve happening. And I guess I wanted to post this video too because I wanted to try to encourage other artists out there too. Don't get caught up so much in a lot of the hype of the AI hate train or the AI slop or all these terms and stuff because I mean I'm just dude on YouTube, okay, for real. That's it. I'm nobody special. But you really should find some way to learn some of these tools because our world is changing and you can either set and be angry about the fact that AI exists. I'm just going to tell you right now, um, it's not going anywhere. It's not leaving. It's permanently here to stay. So that's something you should really keep in your minds. But I really feel like just us as artists, yes, there are those that are fighting to protect art, which I 100% agree with. But at the same time, you are going to have to adapt to this world that's changing. There's no getting around it. Like you can stomp your fists, you can or you can stomp your feet, you can pound your fist or whatever. Um, this is just how things are going. These AI tools are going to become just the standard industry standard workflow tools. Like that's just the way it is. And you can either choose to see the curve that's happening extremely fast, or you can I hate to be this blunt, but or you can just be stuck in the past and just the way things used to be. So I mean, I've seen like people unsubscribe to my channel because I've been posting more of this, like still my artwork, but just using AI for animation or whatever. um Same thing happened too when I started doing artwork with like virtual reality. Saw people just kind of like didn't really like that. But the thing is like I have this really strong craving inside of me to like I want to see my artwork. Like honestly, I want to see my artwork come to life. And the fact that I'm able to now make it move. I mean, you those of you that have been following me forever, you can look back at my channel. You see, like I know how to animate, with things and stuff. I've done plenty of little animations and stuff on my channel over the years, but I cannot deny that it is incredibly amazing to be able to see results in such a short amount of time. And this is only the beginning And as AI becomes more powerful, you'll have more creative control over it, right? It's right now, it's just kind of like stick it in the oven, wait and pull it out, and then you get what you get. But it will become more professional than what it is right now. And don't get me wrong, like there's some, it's really high level of professionalism, but there's certain things when you watch the videos and stuff where you can just see like that's gonna have to, they're still a ways off before they get here or whatever. Um, just like the Google VO3, I think it's called, like the new video generator software from Google. Like now it can do voice, but even when you listen to the voice, like it's still there's something that doesn't sound right to it, right? But these stages that we're at, this is the worst that this stuff is ever going to be. It's only going to get better from here. But continue to create your artwork. Find ways for these tools to help you grow. Um, Me personally, I think it's really cool. It feels extremely futuristic, especially when I have my glasses on and it's all dark and I have just like one ambient light going or whatever. And I have my iPad and I'm just there and I'm drawing and I just got this AI is just like trying to assist me with what I'm working on. It's asking like, well, how's the color looking? And all this stuff. Like, I mean, it really feels like some Iron Man stuff. Like, I'm not even lying. Uh, but yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna stop. Like, as technology continues to advance, like my artwork shall continue uh, after that. Shall fall. It will follow after whatever technology is able to create. Um, I was doing a lot of the VR artwork as well, but earlier this year I got into a car accident and got a pretty good concussion, so I had to stop using VR for a little while, so my eyes and my head and all that stuff could adjust. But I do plan to start posting more of my VR creations as well because VR is another really amazing uh, method to be able to for people to experience, you know, actually being in your artwork. So I know this is a more lengthy video, but I've been posting just a lot of like little short videos of just like, oh look, I'm working on this and blah blah blah. So I thought it'd be nice to post something, um, kind of give you a in depth look at to why I'm kind of experimenting with all this AI stuff. AIs that I would recommend for people to try this with, as far as like when you're creating your art, definitely ChatGPT for sure. Um, Meta AI is really good too for really fast conversation, like back and forth. I use those two mostly. Um, I'm I love Google. I have a Pixel 9, but I don't use Gemini a whole lot. I'm hoping that will change. I just feel like I'm not sure what it is necessarily about Gemini, but I'm just waiting for it to click with me, The Meta AI works well because it's just so fast, and then ChatGPT just remembers everything, with my art. Like if you were to talk to my version of ChatGPT, it's just art, 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 art. Uh, it's really cool stuff. So try those things out. Let me know what you think. Comment in this video. Let me know what you guys think because this is a new age that we're living in, and it's exciting. If you're an artist, you should be excited. You shouldn't be angry. Um, and I get it. I was angry before too when I first saw all this stuff. But the thing is always has to remind you, you're always going to be creating artwork, no matter what happens in life. So nothing can ever take that away from you. So don't get too upset. Just find a way to adapt. You're always going to have to adapt being an artist. You're always going to have to switch up your tools. Like you can't get comfortable being an artist. You can't get comfortable. You always have to push yourself to the next level all the time. I always just say I know I can do better. I can do more. Like I can, like for me, I feel like there's one day I'm going to be able to like create something where people won't necessarily need like a headset to see it, but it will be here and it will be like almost like living, like animated, moving in the real world. I don't know what type of technology is going to allow me to do that, but it's for sure something to do with these and probably VR headsets to some degree, some hyper device that will be created that will allow for something like that. But the thing is the thing that you always keep practicing your art, because no matter how these tools change, you're always going to see that the skills that you have learned from being an artist, that stuff will always open the door for you. It's always going to make it easier for you to start experimenting with these tools because you have that basic structured knowledge locked in. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know it's a long video, but it's for the people that need to see it. I'm not really worried about, you know, you get what I'm saying. So, it's there for whoever needs to see it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Um, I hope you guys are all doing well. And these glasses are truly amazing. They really are. They're not overhyped, but you have to know why you want them. That's what I would say. You have to know why you want them. I think any of this new tech that's coming out, you need to know why you want it. VR worked really well for me because I knew what I wanted. The very first video I saw that Google released of uh, Tilt Brush, where the person was drawing and it was all around them, I said, I'm sold. It wasn't the games that sold me, it was seeing that girl drawing and standing in her artwork. I said, I have to have it. Um, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching for those of you that did, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, take it easy. Bye.